There's a quote from one of my very favorite books, of which I own no copies, because every single time I buy it, I give it away. It is, when you possess great things, and you tell other people about it, seldom are you believed. Anyways, welcome back to day 6 of the proceedings, Stone Week. I know I said we were going to do a Green River song, but even the best laid plans don't survive the battlefield. We're going to do Bore Me off Bayleaf, which just happens to be my very favorite song off Bayleaf, for David Nutter, Karen Canada, Stone Gossard, and Louise Egan. As Mark Crosfield says, let's get stuck in. Okay, ready? F, right? F sharp. Take your pointer finger off of the baby E string. This is a way to play F sharp 7 that I'd never considered until I started working out this song. There it is. Now, you know what Fitz Beck's Lost Cause gave me, and this song employs the same trickery. Put your ring finger on A4, pinky finger on D4, and your thumb's got to do E string duty here, but not like permanently, so don't stress out too much. So what we have is an F sharp bar chord, but we have the open E string. That E note makes it an F sharp 7. So pluck your bass note, give it a staccato strum, followed by your A string, that's the 5th, another staccato strum with your pointer finger off of the B string this time, and then a staccato strum where you hammer on the B string. So, followed by, I'm going to give it another bass note just because that's what my hand wants to do, and I'm going to use the A string. Open B string, G how it is. So. Woohoo! The second one starts the same. But now we're going to do a cool little walk from E2, pull off to open B, G how it is. So. Third one's the same as the first one. And the second one does your bass note. One staccato strum followed by the walk. And then something like this. A4, D2, D3, D4. So. Woohoo! I'm going to try to do that whole thing for you. So if that bass note's giving you fits, just skip the bass note. The whole thing becomes like 25 times easier just without that one note. Just do the 5-string version, make your bass note the A string. Anyways, going out of your last walk down, instead of, we're going to hear A and D4, then slide that little shape up 2 frets, and then add the G string 8th fret before you go to E5 for a little quarter bend and a big glorious low E power chord, open 2-2. So now we know the first chord of the next part is minor because Stone sings the minor third. So E minor as a root 5 minor bar chord plus the low E string, open 7, 9, 9, 8. When we go down to the B, we cease to hear thirds, major or minor, in the chord in my ear. So I'm going to play a B power chord followed by an A power chord. Then we do our the last part is the end cap is B, A, E. That A was a power chord. I just didn't play the B string, and the E was a power chord too. If I had to go out on a limb, I'd say minor, minor, major for that part, and then for the end cap, major, major, major. But I can't hear it. I feel like I can hear it, but I think my ears are picking up on things that they can't communicate to me. So when in doubt, play the power chord. They're not major or minor, so they're both right. Anyways, I mean, the one thing is right in both ways, whichever one it is. It's kind of a cop-out. But here we go. I'm going to do that whole thing for you. Or they could just be power chords because, you know, power chords usually imply, anyways, a major or a minor. Like when we did Green Day's When I Come Around Campfire version, we had to change it to major and minor chords. This could just be power chords because we're talking about Stone here. He's like, the book. Anyways, here's that bit. Next part. So the solo's no problem. We're back into clues of whether it's major or minor in the definitely not the B minor scale. So give yourself a B. And then up to D. You can play D, whatever. I hear that whole chord going up to the root. 5 major bar chords, so 2, 4, 4, 4, and 5, 7, 7, 7, and that's it for the rhythm there. And it does that a bunch of times until it ends with its, like at the end of the chorus there, and I'll be back with the actual lead part. This lead part we could do anywhere at all. I'm going to pick the E string 5th fret because it's easiest for me to remember there. 5, 4, 2, open. Switch to the B string, 4, 2, open. Had it been B minor, we would have heard this B string 3rd fret. That's a D note, but we didn't. We heard E flat and D flat, but not D, so voila, B major. 5, 4, 2, open, 4, 2, open. Now when the band switches to D, think about your D chord and it becomes much easier to remember. 2, open, B3, 2, open, G2, D4. Next half. This part's awesome, and such a cool solo overall for perhaps you newish soloistas out there. All right, G6 and 7. We're going to go back and forth from 6 to 7 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then go G6, D9, D7, A9. So... Now, when we switch to D, of course, the thing changes, and we're going to do G7 and 9 6 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, G7, 6, D9, D7. Here's the whole thing. Time when they go into it cuts into the D one, so it's gonna be all after 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 one extra note and then A 9 D7 D9 3 times. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 one extra note. Woo! Just need to stop and publicly appreciate the bop-ba-da-das in the last verse. Put some headphones on and listen for them. I love a good bop-ba-da-da. One last tiny little detail that I just heard for the very first time. It's so weird hearing. Anyways, in the first and third times in the verse, the ones that are that, he has time to go ba-bum, open E, E2 on the bass note on his way back into the riff. there because you're busy plucking the G string. All right, tiny last little listen. Super last little tiny thing. I hear a high G note in the A in the chorus that makes it an A7. There, right on the 3rd fret of the E string. And that's it. Those are all the pieces to Bore Me by Stone Gossard off of Bayleaf. My favorite song on Bayleaf because it's circusy. It's like when the trombone comes in and... That's awesome. And Parachutes is also very circusy in my mind. That's the way I describe it to myself anyways. Thank you so much for being here for day 6 of Stone Week, and I will see you tomorrow for the big day 7, the last day of Stone Week 2018. This has been really fun. Thanks for being here. See you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.